pick against Boom? Pick first before Boom, that is.
Actually, Batrider counters the troll at some points in the game, not all of them. So it might not be that big of an issue considering that you have a global science. He's most likely always going to be able to get the BKB ulti off. So I wouldn't mind the troll. I think they banned out the Ursa SMG. I think that Ursa would have been decent for them in the game overall against these 4 heroes. But troll or even the Alchemist that got banned out, TA, Bristleback, those heroes that are going to deal with the Enigma in the lane very hard, I think they're just game winning immediately. It's going to be an easy game for them if they go that route.
Also, I like the TA if you want to clear out Eidolons, for example. Pretty easy job with the Psyblade spill. Talked a lot about the TA versus Enigma matchup, how you need to position yourself to either avoid Eidolons dying or yourself taking unnecessary damage from Psyblade spill. So I actually like the Bristleback idea as well. It kind of sinks in nicely because Boom has no answer to it. I don't think they can really kill the Bristleback unless Enigma decides to go specifically for a Black Hole gaming build. But we've seen Slark have success today before against the Alchemist. Alk is banned in this game though, but they will bring out the Slark, able to remove some of the stuns, and maybe some pick-off potential for him as well, with all the mobility in SMG. Do you think Slark is the right call? Does he feel like a mediocre hero, or does he feel like a good hero this game?
He feels like a good hero, but he doesn't go into that category that I mentioned of it's just straight up gonna win them the game. I think Boom Esports now got a chance to deal with the Slark somehow. These 4 heroes don't do so well. You have the Black Hole, other than that, not much. But if you get a right carry, if you get something that can deal with the Slark properly, I think you should be okay. Team SMG gave them a chance, but overall, it's very hard to kill the Slark this game.
Alright, Pudge will be brought up by to finalize this draft, so they have themselves a carry Pudge to go with, and he's got a couple targets that he does like to focus in this game, though the BKB is still not going to necessarily save the Pudge in many scenarios, but the damage block, very useful against most of these heroes. Going to be a difficult time for SMG to take him down. So like you said, Slark feels good, but is the Pudge better?
The thing is, between the Slark and the Pudge, Pudge, if he's ahead, if he gets an early Ags and Slark cannot get close to his BKB in time, then the Pudge takes it away. In other scenarios, if the Slark is having a good game, Pudge is literally a essence shift kind of pool for the Slark to take over from. I think Boom Esports, they doubled down on their idea of we need to play around this Enigma, we need to take that tower, we need to control the map, be ahead, and then when our timing comes, we just run in. That's the Batrider BKB, Enigma, I don't know, Wraith Pact, and Pudge has a Hood, Vanguard, or one or the other, and the Ag Scepter. If they get to that timing, there's not going to be enough damage on SMG to go in and out. They're just going to go in and die. But I think it's kind of risky, so I'm definitely leaning SMG here.
I'm kind of feeling Boom on this one, but I also can't quite say no to SMG considering how good Afu has been in the past, how good it's been in the start of this tournament. But I feel if MKS is able to pull off this Slark. I remember the first time SMG played, they had MKS on the Slark. He had a bit of a rough game. They still ended up winning that one, and then they stomped the next one in like 17, but I also can't quite say no to SMG. Could say SMG has a very good shot in the past taking game 1 away from the start of this tournament. But I feel.
What do you think, Jack? I mean, we're kind of torn here in two because we feel like both teams have reasonable drafts and good timing.
Game
still ended up winning that one. What do you think? Is SMG going to win this one? Do you feel like Boom has the upper hand?
Could say SMG has a very good shot out of the group stage taking game 1 away from each other. So this could be a very tight match.
What do you think, Jack? I mean, we're kind of torn here in two because we feel like both teams have reasonable drafts drafts and good timing game to match up and win each other. What do you think? Is SMG going to win this one? I feel like Boom has the upper hand. Could say SMG has a very good shot out of the ground. They have the slows, they have the charge, at least. What do you think? I mean, MKS, we're kind of torn here too, because we feel like both people reasonable drafts and good timing in this game.
Oh, you don't get to see that too often.
What do you think? Is SMG going to win this one? I feel like Boom has the upper.
Stolen word. Now we know why.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, they used to say that Afu is the thief in the night, but I think MKS just pulled it up a notch.
Yeah, very nicely done. You know, the added night vision of the Slark is always going to help you in that regard. On another note, though, you know, I'm looking at the Stims Nyx Assassin, and I'm hoping that he has an idea of what to do in this game, because you're going to be kind of torn between helping the Enigma and bullying the Queen of Pain, and I think kind of both things are important for him. So if Tims can secure the top lane for the Enigma, leave her alone for some time and bully the Queen of Pain, maybe bring a kill to his team or just give the advantage to Yopaj, I think that's the recipe for success for Boom opening the top part of the map. So we should be keeping our eyes close on this Nyx Assassin in the I'd say from minute 3 to minute 7 is going to be the most important things about what he does.
Just looking at this Zero Cosmetic FBC Enigma. Getting off a very good block there. Can utilize the Eidolons for even better movement here. And he's already eaten one of the creeps and let one of them just slide through. He's just blocking 2 creeps. This wave is going to push very fast. There's going to be another one stacking up right behind it. So Boom, this is a classic start it safely. At least they get to secure the range creeps experience, even if it doesn't end up being a last hit for the team. Those are important. But in the bottom lane, okay, never mind. I thought there was a bit of a scuffle as they're all stacked up. And here comes Afu with the charge. Gonna have to cancel that one.
Very cowardly one. He just stops it there immediately. This bottom lane is gonna be okay for Boom. When I saw the Chen, I was like, not a Chen against 2 melee heroes, against 2 fat ones. But the thing is that the Pudge does a lot of damage. And with the heals that the Chen is providing with Hedris and the Divine Favor, Jackie's actually gonna be able to bully both Mid One and Afu, who are gonna have to be somewhat careful.
Yeah. Gotta have good control with your HP regen, though, so you don't just accidentally rot yourself into a losing position. Does have that level 1 hook, and as he finishes out these creeps, that's going to be level 2 secured. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we'll take a quick glimpse at Moon. 7 versus 4 in the last hit department versus Yopaj on the Batrider.
To be expected, you know, even with the new and buffed up Batrider in 672. It's oh sorry 732. Yeah, that's he is still not gonna be able to stand his ground against the Queen of Pain. With the 2 points in Shadow Strike, it's almost impossible for the Batrider to even lane. So I'm curious to see how well the Yopaj is gonna be doing here until some help comes.
We're gonna have to look at the 4-minute Water Rune fight. Maybe even the 6-minute Power Rune is gonna be the activity increasing into mid. Paulison doesn't really want to leave the Slark alone because he wants to be up against the FBC Enigma in this lane, but at least the Nyx Assassin can open up. Even if he leaves the Enigma alone, he'll be fine with that. Chen probably stuck with Pudge, but then there's the Spirit Breaker. If they have the vision in mid, they might be able to charge. Well, they're missing 1 ward now, so that does kind of suck.
That is the problem. It's much easier for the position 4 of SMG to rotate to the mid lane, and on the other hand, it's more important for Boom to rotate to the mid lane, so immediately it makes it very tough for them.
Mid one gets first blood on the Pudge, so it's like a trample and a good old bash coming out from Afu. Securing SMG the first kill.
Very interesting build coming out from Afu. 3 gauntlets of strength, so it's all about HP here. I guess that's the way to go. You don't really do much damage on the side of Boom until there are some more levels on the Pudge. Level 4 is usually the one that comes up.
And it'll kind of like, yeah, you do rot damage, but if I have more HP than you do, I guess I'll be fine with whatever trade we're going to be taking.
For sure. I like that both of the offlaners in this game are very patient.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Fine. He's strong. Those 3 gauntlets. I like that both mid-1 and FBZ were very patient. FBZ obviously struggling a bit more in terms of CS, but you could see that mid-1 was standing a little bit farther away from the wave in the beginning, just making sure that he has enough HP, and then they struck when they actually found an opening. And actually Jackie's again in a awkward position if the pool doesn't come out, and it's not going to be coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, Skem is having a bit of difficulties here. At least he's got the Hill Troll here to help him out if they want to net the Spirit Breaker, for example.
Yopaj mid?
He's dropping low, but Moon's not quite getting to secure the kill. 3 points in Shadow Strike. Really wants to hold the distance.
That is how you play against the Bat. That is how you play against the Razor. Those kind of heroes that the Queen of Pain bullies. And, you know, with the introduction of Water Runes some time ago, it kind of got, you know, nerfed. The ability to just dominate the lane this way, but against some of the heroes is just way too easy, and Moon is just bullying Yopaj for now.
Batrider has to go all the way back home, and he's brought himself a fresh sentry ward because he is missing out on that one ops ward, and now it's being charged in mid. Oh, poor Yopaj, you're surrounded. Poloson and Afu are here, and he's gonna have to take the good old walk of shame as Moon secures the kill onto the Batrider. He didn't get it on the first side. He's going to get it on the second, but that does open up the side lanes. Mid-1 is actually battling it out against Skem here with the trample, but the hook saves him. Jackie Boy only able to get the kill here, and in the top lane, well, MKS, he's unfazed as he's going up against an Enigma, and Tims had been making all his way down to the mid lane.
Tims is coming to take the experience. This is why I wanted Tims to be more in the mid lane.
Did he not have a TP open? Because there was nobody coming to rescue him, though. I was thinking like Nyx Assassin would be optimal for this attempt, but
if you would see the positioning of SMG and Tims not having a spike carapace, I think it couldn't happen. They were on 3 sides. A double impale was impossible, let alone a triple one. I think they knew that Yopaj was dead and didn't want to do anything about it. But a little bit too late now to the mid lane on Tims. This is why I said we need to look out for him, but he didn't come to save Yopaj, and now already it's going to be a problem. And look at Moon. He has the first power rune, needs the arcane one. It's going to be very bad if Yopaj dies again.
There's a full level difference now. They tried to kill off the Queen of Pain, but he's got a lot of reach, and Sonic Wave will come out, and that is going to be Moon actually killing himself to the carapace, but still gets the kill on Yopaj. So it is a trade-off. Batrider gets closer to level 6, but still Batrider dying once again, and they will clear out Tims unless Chen has something to say about it. Skem, he's bringing the army with him, but it's going to be a bit too late as Tims is already down. And there we have them. They finally arrive, but 6 seconds too late. Maybe the web's going to do enough work here. Afu on the run. Yopaj, he's got 3 points in Napalm, 2 points in Flame Break, but this Spirit Break is too fast to catch for them. He is still running away. There's a 10 movement speed difference. He even gets pushed away. Napalm's there. He wants to die to the tower. Won't be able to get that opportunity. Yopaj will clear him out. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin takes over the mid lane for some XP.
He needs the experience. It's now obvious that this Queen of Pain is already an issue. The way that you deal with her is with a lot of levels on the Nyx. We saw it in the previous one. But I want to say a bit of a mistake from Moon. The Sonic Wave wasn't needed. He just wanted to use the Arcane Rune in the Sonic Wave. That's just it. And because he wanted to do it, because he wanted to be efficient, he died.
A lot of traffic in mid to try to fight for the Power Rune. But it's on the top half. The illusion is there. Tims unable to do much to Paulson. Paulson with 2 points in Arcane Curse. That's 60 initial damage. If you get that to the 3rd point, that is the death of the Dolans.
Mid one is too big, and he has a really good ward protecting him. He knows that Yopaj is coming, and he even has time to farm the creep wave while that is happening. And you kind of have to kill him if you're Boom, but the question is how. With the Hood of Defiance, he pretty much doesn't die, and he does massive amounts of damage. And we already talked about Boom having issues with in the damage department. And, you know, the only way I see them killing him is with a Black Hole, or if he steps out to the Batrider a bit too much.
Oh, Quap might be in trouble. Quap's actually going to go down with this attempt. Afu charging in, but Quap getting blown up, and a Black Hole from FBC. There's no way this Bat's going to get away. So Yopaj with a securing last hit to get the kill for himself, killing the Quap and the Spirit Breaker. That's a good bounce back for Boom.
It's a perfect one.
Optimistic there with Boom trying to go for, with SMG trying to get that kill, but Quap just ended up getting stunned up and then into the lasso.
They feel like the Quap is going to be a target, so they're playing around her with a lot of heroes, and then naturally you're going to be forced into, okay, let's make a play. No, this time around that play will definitely work.
Yep. Paulson will secure this one. -2. Or +2.
Why doesn't anyone say +2? You're so negative. It's +2.
I'm not negative. I'm just stating facts.
Yo, Pashkot.
See what Boom can do here. Another charge coming in from Afu. Flame Break will cancel it out, but one good bash. Nope. Now, maybe the next one. Nah, not needed. Just drop that base boost right in the face of the Bat Rider. That's going to be death number 3. 26 last hits, 3 deaths. At least he has a couple kills to keep him in this one.
If I'm SMG in this game, I'm happy though. The thing is, Enigma isn't pressuring the top lane. Also, FBZ used this black hole. Sure, it's an early use, you're gonna get it fairly soon. But I would argue that Boom Esports, it's important for them to claim the top tower and the top part of the map, then protect their mid lane tower. Because you need the map open for the next assassin to actually be able to do something once he gets level 6. With all the towers there, just 1 or 2 sentries are going to be able to cover the entirety of the map. So I think that Boom are not happy with this, and they're actually deciding to put the emphasis on defending mid instead of protecting the top lane. And now finally FBZ is drawing some lines. Guys, towards here, please. Towards here, we need this tower down.
Definitely do. Afu, good play against the Nyx Assassin, is using Bulldoze because he's not taking a lot. The Bat Rider slowly getting torn down by Moon and Afu, and here comes mid one, and he will even use his ulti to last hit Tim's for statement. But then he won't have a TP cancel, but hey, we got a Spirit Breaker for that, so might as well use a bash for the TP cancel as Moon clears out Skem, and it's a 3-for-1 trade for SMG.
When you're constantly fighting in an area that doesn't mean much to you, at some point you are gonna start dropping a little bit more in kills. And I think SMG are doing a great job, and this is what this team has been good at ever since they started playing together, is storming down the mid lane and forcing people to go there. And then at some point you're gonna be making mistakes, and they waited for that one. Just one rotation from mid one changed everything.
See what they have in mind for this Slark in top, because he's hiding in the tree line. FBC was getting charged for a moment, but Afu cancels it. Nyx is now coming back to mid, and we're just going to continue scuffling in the mid lane as a haste rune is left for the Queen of Pain. Mid one, he's now teleporting top. He wants to catch FBC because they have to charge on him. Just needs to charge his own, and here he goes. He's going to be running right to the Enigma, but he just got Black Hole of cooldown. Didn't have it as the Primal Beast was charging. If he did, that would have been a bigger one. But hey, they've taken down Yopaj, so that's a start for a fight.
They're going for
Enigma
a
all
juggler
along.
now.
This is a very good Enigma. Not even if you land the flashiest 4-man Black Hole would you even get the chance to kill any of these bulky heroes at this point. So SMG is now taking over the map.
This is a move that SMG didn't have to make. They have no... they don't need to control the top part of the map, they just need to defend their own tower. But if you kill Boom at that part of the map, it's making a statement that there isn't a place that Boom can make something happen. So right now what Boom is doing is probably get an axe, because next fight is just straight up a loss for you because of the global silence. You'd much rather give away some heroes to open up the map than actually go for a team fight against SMG right now.
Yeah. Not a very healthy situation for them. For Boom, that is. They need to get this Pudge up and running. Might be the big impact once he gets that Aghanim's axe with already a cloak on the bottom, so this Pudge will do a lot of damage in a very quick time span as well. When you consider Primal Beast, Slark, Spirit Breaker, they're all melee. They're all going to be clumped up and close to each other if they're focusing the same target, making it optimal for the Pudge. Afu with a bit of a fright charge, but doesn't go through again. And they will secure the tier 1 tower in the mid lane with that. Yopaj on the run. Pat Ryder really not enjoying his game. And Here comes mid one. Tries to look for Tims. Doesn't see him. Only sees a couple Chen creeps here. But FBZ is also on the side. And they've targeted the Pudge. This is the big target that they want to kill. Jackie Boy, he does have a hook available.
Everyone needs
Won't
to
be able to get it, but the TPs are coming. FBZ's right in between. Looking for the black hole angle here. Doesn't get the chance to use it. Keeps the prize on SMG. The lasso onto the Primal Beast and will slow them down one by one. Primal Beast charging away with 200 HP. No flame break for Yopaj. Moon in between. Alpha coming with the charge and disrupting them once again. But FBZ, they've got Moon. They've got the Queen of Pain. And Jackie Boy does get the kill. The global ain't gonna save him.
Olason, that was a big mistake from him. He saw the Pudge running in. If he uses the global there, Moon survives. Uses the Sonic Wave, the fight goes differently. But either way, you lose Moon, you lose the global silence, but you forced out 4 heroes of Boom to the bottom lane. The Pudge will go to the top lane, but this actually gives a chance for SMG to catch him because they have a ward there and there is no one to help Jackie right now. So in terms of map control, Team SMG haven't lost anything, and Boom are the ones that need to capitalize on this mistake now. They haven't done so just yet.
Looking for the window of opportunity. When can they actually make this happen? 800 gold short for the Ags on the Pudge. Just making good work. And a black hole in bottom. Solo kill for FBZ. He's got a Spirit Breaker charging though, but he's got Dolans. Afu is going to have to play this one carefully here. He actually just cancels it before it connects onto the Enigma, so he will let it slide. But in the top lane, MKS pouncing the next assassin as he walks right past them. Does get the stun out and Slark down to half HP, but it's not enough for a kill.
They still want to play around this ward SMG. That's why they're bringing in so many heroes. Jackie now will be in a lot of trouble. Once he avoided it.
Oh, he's 50 goals from his Axe. He needs it. He needs it so bad, and he doesn't want to die. Now he's got the money at least for one piece, but he can't get this point booster. And here comes Moon. And we'll take down Tims and Jackie Boy. And with that, SMG again claiming control of this part of the map. Pudge has been felled for the second time this game. The first time he died was in the laning stage, in the early laning stage. That was the first blood for SMG.
SMG, when they set their eyes on something, they never stop. They wanted to kill that Pudge in the top lane ever since he TP'd, and they even gave a mid one on the bottom lane to make that happen. So now, with no black hole, with Pudge not having the Axe, the next 3 minutes again are going to be going towards SMG, and they will have the global silence as well.
He's going to get stunned up, but he does have Bulldoze, and he's going to charge away. Yopaj, he's got the cancel. He doesn't get the push on the Spirit Breaker in a desired direction, so he will walk out. Got a little bit closer. That might have been a bit of an opener here for Boom to continue chasing.
Slight mistake from Tims. He didn't use the spike carapace in time, and you know, when there's no Ags on the Spirit Breaker, there is a charge time, so you can see when he's actually wanting to go away. So, you know, a very weird mistake coming out from him.
Yep. Nice rake up onto the Spirit Breaker. Moon. No Sonic Wave. If he did, that would have been a massive one. Global silence again, just not doing anything here. And Boom deciding to go to the Roche Pit. They've got Yopaj and the boys, the Dolans, they've got the Vlad's Aura, and here we go for another.
1 by 1.
That's not a -2, that's a +1.
MKS, he can only be annoying here, but he can't really stop this. They need to be annoying until the team is back, but I'm not sure if you have the strength to make that happen.
We did see some miraculous Aegis steals in the last game by Palos, but don't think we're going to see something similar here. Hook misses. MKS, he's battling against 5 heroes, and he's trying to slow him down for no avail. It just gives his life away. Moon finally has the Sonic Wave, but oh my goodness, Moon! It gets even worse. It went from bad to terrible to horrible. This is so much for Boom if they can finally close this one out. Afu, he's got a Warpine Raider he could charge in, but he's not going to make it in time. Roche is going to drop. And an Aegis for Boom with a couple important kills added on top of that.
The movements from SMG in this game are perfect, but their spell usage and their communication in team fights is really bad. I think that's the that's the wording that I'm gonna be using. Poloson and Moon in particular. Moon is jumping in, expecting a global silence. He never gets it in time, and then he's just jumping in when there is no global silence and dying. So that is a big issue for them, and they crushed the early game, and still they got to their timing on the side of Boom. This is the timing they needed. They just need to capitalize on it now before the Slark is too strong.
Yeah, Jackie Boy almost kills mid one by himself. Doesn't quite work out. The hook misses. But at least he's able to force the Primal Beast all the way back home. And now Boom starting to look for objectives. They've only taken the bottom tier 1 tower. Surprisingly, it is the bottom tower that has been taken away first, instead of mid or the top lane.
This tends to happen in SMG games because they play around the mid lane so much, and then from time to time there is an opening to go into the enemy triangle early on. That happened in this game, and then boom, you know, you kind of have to adjust. So that's why they were able to take the bottom one. But with the Aegis on the Pudge right now, he's untouchable. You can't do anything to him. It is that point of the game where the Slark has no BKB, and even with his ult, he doesn't heal.
Afu is coming in with a charge. There's a DD run as well, and they want to get mid one in as well at the same time. And they found Tims. Tims will go for the invis, but there's the Nether Strike coming in, and they will find the next assassin. Yofa's coming in. They got Moon as well inside the lasso. Skem's going to be helping him now, and there's the Black Hole ready for FBC, but he's not going to drop it down. And he gets it with the Blink Dagger to follow up on the Silencer as well. And he's found 2 instead of 1. And Afu in trouble. Mid one's in between as well. Has the BKB to roll around, but he's going to get eaten by the Pudge. Here comes MKS trying to look for the kill onto Skem, but he's still trying to get that one. And Afu dies as he charges into a rotting Pudge, and MKS down as well. Boom, cleaning house.
That blink from FBZ changed everything. When the Queen of Pain got out, it was like, okay, this is the fight for SMG. They actually have the positioning to do whatever they want, but FBZ finds the 2 perfect one again. It's gonna be the Silencer inside of a black hole and the Queen of Pain there. Poloson, I have to say, he's dropping the ball. He's not doing his job as the Silencer, and it's a very easy Silencer game. That's what's such a big problem. So Boom Esports, they capitalize on all of the mistakes of their opponents, and they're in the driver's seat right now. Even without the black hole, I don't see SMG winning the fight.
Yep. A lot of difficulties now for SMG in terms of that, because Slark has both of his deaths in both of these fights that they've taken. They might look for Jackie Boy to burn out the Aegis, but he's already got a blink to get himself to safety. But Afu will follow. He's not going to be as suicidal as last time. Hook almost connects onto MKS, and Batrider just finished off a BKB, so Yopaj is going to be connecting with the rest of the team. Meanwhile, Quap 400 gold short of hers.
Boom are going to be happy with SMG being in the top lane. SMG wants to fight. I think with that DP, maybe they gave a false sense of security to Boom, and the smoke now from the side would be good enough. But now Boom is just positioning too well on this top lane. No one is going to be caught.
Top tower is being attacked.
Meanwhile, the top tower finally taken down with the help of Chen and the Enigma army, and there goes Afu. Tries to charge away, but the Malefice is still ticking. Jackie Boy can't get close enough, and that will not lead into a kill on the Spirit Breaker. Slark has also just finished his Aghanim, so at least he's got the pounce, the second charge available.
Now it's on MKS. As it was on Pudge to get that Ags fast, now it's on MKS not to slaughter them, but to go in and out, create havoc in fights, and allow the Queen of Pain to do a lot of damage. So let's see. It's not easy to play the team fights, and SMG haven't been doing the greatest thing in the game so far, but there is a path to victory in team fights for them. It starts off with MKS, it ends with Poloson with the perfect global. Hopefully this time he's gonna do it right.
Jackie Boy going to be finding targets here, and this time he's got the Slark, and the global silence kicks in. Pudge is going to slowly melt on the spot. Blink Daggers on cooldown for another 4 seconds. FBC catches Poloson. The arch nemesis of this Enigma has been found and taken away. That's a +1 again for Jackie Boy, and another one on its way. Mid one coming in with the charge as well. He's got the bash onto the Enigma and stopping him down the Sonic Wave with the black hole. It's going to be there. It's all going to be all 3 and FBC again. This guy just keeps on landing these massive black holes. Moon still gets away. Mid one seems to escape as well. Oh, so close for FBZ. Beautiful black hole, but the damage just doesn't go through those BKBs.
Wraith Pact, Mech, and the Hand of God allow FBZ to survive. He gets the black hole off. SMG, with that Enigma getting the black hole off, they should be happy they only lost 2. That could have been like 4 heroes dead, and the game totally turned on its head. This way, you're still in it. There is no black hole, and that opportunity for the Slark to go in and out now.
No blink for you, as Tim's has already precast the stun as the hook's landing. Yeah, talk about saving yourself from a black hole, but you can't save yourself from the hooker. As Pudge walks in, snatches one again. One just using his charge to farm in the jungle. Boom. They had 1 tower kill. Now they've taken 4 inside the last 5 minutes.
Man, Moon loves when he feels strong to be overly aggressive, and considering his game went so well up until one point, he probably still feels that confidence that he got out of the laning stage with. But the thing is, now, after those couple of deaths, he's just not that strong, and Boom are the ones that are searching for fights wherever they fight on the map. If they're the ones that started with the dismember, they're probably getting out on top.
See what they can do with this smoke here. They're wrapping around again into the triangle. There's a charge coming in from Afu, targeting Jopar's the only hero, but it's a trap. Can they kill them all, or will they lose everything? MKS is being eaten at the same time as Quid 1 as well. Here comes the global silence from Paulison, but they're chasing onto Moon. Moon dropping pretty low, has to jump away. FBC from the side, look at the stun with the Malphus onto the Primal Beast. Mid 1 about to be cleaned out as he's losing life. And Afu charges onto Yopaj, but he only does a little bit. Paulison, he's just gonna melt if these creeps get to hit him as he's Malphus into the stun, and there we go. Another silencer felled. Moon gets out, MKS able to spread out, and Afu also walked away from that fight. But still, that was barely any ultis used by Boom basically in that fight. They're only just coming off cooldown. Hand of God is ready, 30 seconds for Black Hole. Boom is very happy with this trade.
They know they're stronger. They know they're stronger. That's why they're running in. If they jump in first, if the Pudge is in front, no one can go through him to get into the back lines, and he's just way too fat and deals way too much damage. The only thing SMG can do then is run, and not all of you are going to be getting out, especially not Mid 1, who is getting very deep, and of course a very slow silencer. He has nowhere to run.
MKS sniped the courier with a gem, so small victories. Easy pickup. Boom will, however, clean out the mid-racks.
They did get a gem on MKS.
Look at not just the graph, but look at these dots on the bottom. There's been 0 activity. The last kill was almost 7 minutes ago. Onto a Chen and an Nyx Assassin that we're able to get, but instead it's just boom, boom, boom. And
right
SMG
now,
definitely doesn't want them in their room.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at SMG, the only thing that they can do now is hope that MKS can perform some miracles, make sure that the map is clear of vision, and just play off of that. You cut the waves, you force Boom to disperse, and then you catch them. If the second lane of Rax falls, all of that falls down the drain. You're gonna be forced to fight the fight that you cannot win.
Attempted to catch the Spirit Breaker in the lane, but he actually did get caught in the end. Tims and Yopars are going to be in there. And cleaning out the Spirit Breaker. Afu is down. There's a couple heroes nearby the vicinity area, MKS and Mid 1, but the rest are still pushing. FBZ and Skem providing Jackie Boy with all the auras that they need. And he's found another one. There goes the silencer. Good night, Paulison. Second Rex has been secured.
That should be kind of it. SMG are going to be forced now to fight, and we'll see if they can make a perfect one happen. They're 10k gold behind. Their timings are completely off. You cannot split push against the Nyx Assassin, and I'd say MKS, you better get to your base, maybe get money for that Mage Slayer, and just go for the fight. This is the best bet they can have to win this game.
MKS grabbing himself an Invis rune, and he just walked under a courier, so Boom knows that they're roaming around the map currently, trying to look for a creep wave cutting. Mid 1 looks like he's just gonna chill and sit around for the time being. Roshan is spawned for Boom. MKS, he's stalking about in the area.
think about how much Boom is achieving with no vision whatsoever. They didn't have a single ward on the map currently. They don't care. No single worry in the world. MKS gets rid of the ops ward. Gonna get lassoed up, and the big fight breaks through. Sonic Wave will push them outside of the pit. Mid one, he's bashing down a Chen, trying to kill him, but they are running out of heroes. They're running out of cores. Moon might be able to clear out Skem, but he is gonna get blackballed as the GG call comes out. SMG taps out after 29 minutes of gameplay as Boom. They smashed this game against against SMG. Didn't stand much of a chance against them in this game.
Man, I don't know if I was moving the way that SMG is moving playing in this team and still losing games, I'd be very mad at my fingers if I was all of them, because, you know, we have all the right ideas, we have the ideas of how to execute them, how many heroes to use, everything, and then when the time comes, we don't press our buttons right in a very easy situation to do so. And then after a couple of mistakes like that, the really big ones, I'm not the one to always point out on micro mistakes, but they very rarely happen on Dota at this level. SMG and Boom Esports are great teams, and you lose the game off of that. I'd be feeling really, really bad. But again, impressed of the movements of SMG, but more so impressed of Boom Esports' abilities to punish those mistakes. Those mistakes in these kind of games, they look big, but overall they're just very small mistakes, you know, that if a team on the other side is good, they will capitalize on them.
I think, like you said, like their mobility was really good on SMG's side, but the shot calling and the connection and the communication just felt like it wasn't there at all. They never really got everything together like a team should be, utilizing their spells. Primal Beast charges in with Global Silence, using Sonic Wave to bully them. Either one or two things were always missing when you needed it. Like, I think Quap died a lot of times if they didn't have the global, like you mentioned it a few times. Like, Moon was just in a lot of trouble and didn't feel like he could even play the game.
He probably put his trust into Paulson, and that is very big. I just hope that trust still remains after a few mistakes like that, because it is needed for the team to function properly. Though, you know, SMG are moving around the map pretty quickly, and sometimes with those movements there is a lot of talk going around and not really a lot of preparation into how do we fight. So I'm guessing maybe the approach is, before the game even starts, talk about it. How do you fight? What do you want from your cores? What do you want from your support, so that you do not have to talk about it or think about it during the game, so that once you get into a good position, you know that the fight will be going your way.
Well, a lot of corrections need to happen for SMG for game number 2, but nothing still out of the books, because these are still two tough teams going up against each other's. Boom, however, clear out the series first map 1-0. We'll take a look at game number 2 after the break.
Бисмастер 9-1 себя чувствует, 10-1 Аберспирит в центре тоже нормально, а здесь Limitless, Limitless погибает, да. Сейчас еще 2 тика и все. Не, еще один тик, он умирает, да, это правда.
А в это время ФБ сверху, кстати, был, и мы его не пропустили, потому что ФБ успел урвать себе СФ. Вот так вот, забрал он также. Бисмастер оффлейнерами разменялись обе команды, неплохо.
Бальчика поприятнее все-таки будет здесь, как ни крути. А вот Спартан, да, будет, конечно, с Маледиктом очень жестко накалять здесь. Но... Limitless по игре, конечно, очень много будет делать, да? Все-таки визаж тройка, мы понимаем, да, какой потенциальный дэмэдж у этого товарища.
Ну, я бы сказал, в целом у визажа, конечно, потенциальный дэмэдж всегда имеется, даже на саппорт-позиции, но визаж все равно, то есть он вначале слабенько играет, вот опять у него нападение, сейчас, кстати, опять умрет. Слабенько играет по той причине, что от него не так много импакта. От него основной импакт начинает появляться, когда у него там ультимейт, когда появляются фамилиары, а так он, не особо полезен до этого времени, то есть нужно дождаться левела, как минимум. Мурса здесь, конечно, на фрифарме абсолютно, мы доминации ей здесь ничего не делают вообще. И нижняя линия уже проиграна от Луна Гейминг, причем жестко достаточно, я бы сказал. Сверху-то как бы тот же Бисмастер, он там лишний раз не будет выходить как-то на контакт, вот так вот издалека будет спамить топориками и все равно будет фармить. А вот снизу, что будет делать визаж в плане фарма, мне непонятно пока.
Такой вот проблемы. Ну, выживает, вроде выживает. Там кабанчик
выживает, еще топорик можно закинуть, там стаки топора присутствуют, да, по-моему, СФ умер, все, нет?
Да, теперь точно умер. А еще, кстати, Марси может не уйти отсюда? Или нет? Уже нет мана.
Может не уйти.
Нет, курьер, да, курьер там, а другой курьер при этом в деревьях еще.
Ну, слава богу, хоть и курьеры контролят, уже это неплохо, но как бы многие бывают просто вставляют курьеров на произвол судьбы. Но вообще мув странный от СФ, было очевидно, что будет попытка закинуть еще один топоры, он мог бы подальше отойти за вышку и не подставляться. Неприятно, конечно, так вот погибать на линии, но что поделать. 9 крипов всего лишь у нас у визажика, 17 у Бисмастера. Просто сравните разницу.
Ну, в 2 раза.
Колоссальный, конечно, разрыв, да. Ну да. Ну хотя на самом деле по нетворсу особо не сказывается пока. Но проблема в том, что здесь есть всегда потенциальная угроза смерти для визажа каждый раз. Если он там близко подойдет к крипочкам, там какой-нибудь маледик залетит плюс касочка, ты опять погибает.
Но там у Никса, да, есть небольшие трудности, но в принципе. Там его просто ВД в соло-то прогнал так довольно приятно. 62 хп, да? 62 урона, точнее, стычки у ВД. Максимально приятно. На ренже так еще и скиллки. То есть, не знаю, для меня ВД всегда был персонажем прям одним из самых неприятных именно на лайне, который себе...
Ну, у него самая неприятная штука, это, конечно, маледикт его наверх, перетяжка есть, ничего себе. Тут нас закидывают под вышку, в итоге СФ умирает. Это вторая смерть для Кора, так.
А кабанчик, топоры, 27 хп.
Ферик спасает Динайт, нужно себя, да. Задинаился об крипов, ну, в любом случае неплохо. Минус 2, тем не менее сверху Марси посидит, пока в таверне отдохнет, и мы вот видим статистику по нетворсу, да, и вот буквально, да, минуту, наверное, назад мы говорили, я точнее сказал, что 300 голды немного, да, казалось бы, а у Бисмастера уже 2500, а у визажа 1800, насколько сильно увеличился отрыв.
Но это, да, быстрый доминатор на линии, и потом ты условно оставляешь этого Бисмастера в соло, и ему практически никто ничего не делает. Да, понятное дело, под райзами там СФ может ему накидать. Так, а здесь вы... Ой, какие каски! Ну что ты будешь делать? Это просто грязь.
Ну это дефолтная ситуация на руне, когда нет крипов, ты как бы вдвоем стоишь, и ты не сможешь разбежаться быстро в стороны. Как бы ты ни хотел, каски тебя просто зачем станет.
Да, капельки выбивает постепенно, и вардишка точно сам. Мне интересно, Спартан это дело прокликал все или нет, или он просто убегал, потому что это халявная голда, халявная экспа могла бы в теории быть. Ну а если не прочекать это все дело, товарищ Спартан, то для Луны Гейминг халявный вижен во вражеском лесу, и там какие-то стаки можно где-то будет подглядеть. Why not? Так, у Инвокера, да, Мидас в приоритете, грейженные стики, но у Инвокера все прям очень хорошо. Никак его, в принципе, здесь особо не напрягает Берспирит, но вот по игре, конечно, дальше может быть очень-очень интересно. Так, ну и... Знаешь, что противного? 2 жирных, да, персонажа на оффлейне у команды Монаспа, и, казалось бы, ТСФ, ну, с магическим уроном, да, через рейзы, ну, блин, ты вряд ли пробьешь вот с одного прям именно захода. То есть тебе нужно настакать. Только тогда ты делаешь какой-то этот фраг. И то под вопросом. Потому что, да, вот эти кабанчики постоянно под замедлом на первых левелах ты очень уязвим. И вот, пожалуйста, Дейра погибает в очередной раз.
Два из трех уже проиграны линии, я считаю, что здесь уже все очень плохо. Тут еще и проблема у СФ, Славух отрабатывает, летит уже Санстрайк, и это еще один фраг. Третья смерть, по-моему, для Кэрри, да, команда Луна Гейминг. Ну, все очень плохо. Я не знаю, я как вот вначале сказал, что тут очень хорошая такая заявочка на темп лютый от Манаспы. Пока все идет по плану. Урса там будет играть через БФ, и чуть подольше, наверное, будет фармить, потому что если там, сверху сейчас будет, возможно, ответочка. Да, Эмбер сюда прилетел. Кстати, коэффициенты подоспели тем временем от Винлайн. 1.12 у нас на Манаспу, 4.8 на Луна Гейминг. Очевидно, что Манаспа фаворит, это на карту. Также не забывайте кликать по баннеру, по QR-коду, по команде в чатике и получать фрибет до 10 тысяч рублей с промокодом РУХА. Наших друзей из Винлайн.
И Визажик погибает у нас от Маледикта Спартана. Ну, прям вообще трагедия, я не знаю. Там Ананда вообще в кайфе себя чувствует на нижней линии, поэтому... У него, да, вот первые 3 нетворса исключительно для команды Манаспа. Это, о многом говорит.
Ну, темп просто хороший, уже 2К преимущество за ними. Да, это можно отыграть за одну, наверное, хорошую драку, но пока что-то этого не предвидится, откровенно говоря, от Луны Гейминг. Они пока обороняются. Опять выход на СФ, и, скорее всего, это будет смерть.
Как же его загнобили
Да. Но, правда, сюда прилетел... Ой, какие касочки шикарные. Санстрайк летит, СФ погибает. Это уже 4-я его смерть. Да что ж ты будешь делать? Остановись. Сейчас еще и бедный Никс. Нет, нечем его зацепить. Там ТОС в откате был, к сожалению. Да, никак не поймать. Но все равно, опять же, забрали Кора.
Довольно интересно, да, что Эмбер Спирит такой говорит: ладно, все, давай я пойду наверху парфармлю, у меня есть 6-й, если что, на ремнантах там улетим, тудым-сюдым. А СФ такой: ладно, я в миду. И в миду сразу просто 3 типа такие говорят: давайте шеймить его дальше. Ну, это же, блин, такой сильный на самом деле.
Так они все правильно делают. У них как бы основной геймплей-то завязан на теме того, что СФ будет фармить, и потом рано или поздно придет, с руки всех поубивает, да. Ну, здесь пока об этом речи вообще не идет, даже близко. Да, все еще разница между СФом и Урсой не такая большая по золоту, да, как могла бы быть, казалось бы, 4 смерти. Но проблема в... Ой-ой-ой, это Саша сейчас умрет, скорее всего, да? Там Маледикт висит. Да, скорее всего, погибнет. Так вот, проблема в том, что это в долгосрочной перспективе сыграет в пользу Урса, потому что Урс через БФ будет играть, и только потом начнет фармить гораздо быстрее, чем тот же СФ. А тут уже просто команду все месяц по карте, посмотрите, что происходит, да. Минус Марсия.
Проблема еще в другом, что Урс-то не особо много шмоток не надо, чтобы быть супер там импактабельным. То есть ему условно, да, там диффузики какие-нибудь, там БФчик, ты уже наваливаешь нормально.
Ну, я думаю, что тут будет БФ БКБ, наверное,
БФ БКБ,
сразу.
да.
И пойдем драться, ну да, согласен. Но до этого нужно дофармить все равно. Тут как бы и без Урса справляется. Посмотрите, какое безобразие происходит. Там сейчас умрет еще у нас и Лимитлс. Я не знаю, что с Луна Гейминг. Они не проснулись.
Они написали ГГ?
Да, они сдаются, это 10 минут. Ну, я про это говорил на протяжении всех почти 10 минут, последних 5 минут, потому что, это какое-то непонятное избиение, начиная с лайнов, заканчивая тем, что делают вообще сами Луна Гейминг. Какая-то жесть, откровенно говоря.
Официально готов признать, это самая быстрая катка, которую я когда-либо кастил в доте.
Да, я думаю, что это вообще в целом самая быстрая катка, которую везде, когда-либо вообще кастил за всю свою карьеру комментатора.